Now you move on to this new and different chapter in your life. Maybe you're planning on staying as busy as possible, running from activity to activity, just like you've become accustomed to in your professional life. Maybe you're planning on laying low and resting, doing the exact opposite of what your work life has typically been like. No matter what you do over the next few weeks and months and years, do it purposefully and with intention. Enjoy it. You've earned it.
You've built so many relationships over your time as an educator. If you reflect back on all of the different professionals that you've worked with, I'm sure you're overwhelmed. Colleagues have impacted you, and inevitably you've impacted them. You've seen new teachers become grizzled and experienced. You've seen experienced teachers pass before you through the gates of retirement. You've learned from all of them, and they've taken something from you too, I'm sure.
Some of your most important and special relationships have been with students. Think of how many were influenced by you, how many of them just loved their time with you and looked forward to it. You made a difference in each of their lives, teaching them more than just reading and writing and math. You comforted upset kids, had some tough love for some of them, and praised a few students who never expected to be praised at all. In some cases, your interactions with them will live on in that child's memory long after he or she has become an adult themselves.
Each educator that contributes positively to our schools helps to build up our reputation as a fantastic school board with fantastic educators. You're a part of that. You've been through so many challenges over your career. Whether it's frustrating job action, an increasing workload, or exposure to violence, we know that not every day was easy. In fact, it may have been quite challenging some mornings to put that smile on your face and meet the students as you'd like to. That's what makes you so great. That's what makes you a professional. Thank you for meeting those challenges with poise and grace.
To my fellow retirees, as we come to the end of our careers, my wish is that we look back at everything we have done, all our accomplishments and our failures, and we smile. We have seen so much in our time as educators. We have learned a lot, and we have taught a lot. We have so much to be proud of, both personally and professionally. Thank you for all that you have done.
This calls for a toast, wouldn't you say? What an accomplishment. Though this has been one of the strangest years in education history, you've managed to survive it. It's likely because of all the experience you've had. You've seen a lot, I'm sure, over your career. You've seen unprecedented changes over time as you've come along. Changes in our government, changes in our curriculum, changes in the public attitudes. And you've also seen staff changes as colleagues have retired or moved on to other opportunities. Experiencing all of that change has made you stronger.
What a strange time to be ending a career. I'm sure all those years ago when you signed your first teaching contract, you did not envision that you would be retiring in the middle of a pandemic following one of the most challenging labor disputes in education history in Ontario. You have so much to be proud of. Time and time again, you have risen to the challenges faced in education. How often were you asked to change the way in which you deliver the math curriculum or the literacy curriculum, and then years later asked to go back to the way you started teaching the math and language curriculum? How many times did you put a Band-Aid on a student's knee or shed tears for a student and their families? How many times did a student's accomplishment make your day, put a smile on your face? Careers are often measured in days, weeks, months, and years, but it's often these measurements and these memories that we take and that we remember as we move into the next phase of our lives. So, a toast from the TLETL Executive. We would have much rather celebrated with you face-to-face in one of our retirement venues, listening to speeches, made by your colleagues, presenting you with a gift. But I suppose we have all in some way adjusted to the new way of doing things virtually. We want to honor you for your contributions and your service. We want to thank you for your commitment to the union, because we know you made a difference as an ETFO member. We wish you health. We wish you happiness as you move into the next phase of your life. To the retiree.
To the retiree.
To my fellow retirees.
To the retiree.
To the retiree.
To the retiree.
All the best.